Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Full Time Devils. I am Adam McKola. I am live, and we have got some breaking news, some breaking reports for you guys on Bruno Fernandes. Breaking Bruno Fernandes reports. That's got a little bit of a ring to it, hasn't it? And this is something I've got to admit I had given up hope for. I had given up hope for this one about a week ago. And now, the likes of Simon Stone, Fabrizio Romano, Jamie Jackson, and all of the Portuguese press are giving me hope again. Yes, that's what they're doing. They're giving me hope because they are reporting that Manchester United are very close to agreeing a deal with Sporting for Bruno Fernandes. Now, I know we've been here before. But this is a little bit different. One, because the numbers are numbers that Sporting Lisbon are reported to have deemed acceptable. Now, firstly, we've been here with Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Leicester, Palace, they wanted a price. We haggled all summer and then gave them the full asking price anyway. But I'm not going to moan about the board right now. I'll save that for later on in the video. The reports coming through are this. Now listen, that Manchester United, let me read them out. Let me get Fabrizio Romano's tweet, because these are the guys that are leading the way when it comes to this kind of stuff, isn't it? Fabrizio Romano has sent his post out and he says, Manchester United have just made their official bid to Sporting for Bruno Fernandes, 55 million euros with 25 million add-ons. 25 million euro worth of add-ons. The Portuguese star has already agreed personal terms on a 5-year contract. Talks are ongoing between the clubs. The agents are confident that they will find an agreement. Now, the likes of Jamie Jackson have also reported this, but they say the player hasn't agreed terms. But one of the common themes in these reports are that Manchester United are confident this deal will be accepted. And the deal is very close. And the reason for that is that 55 million plus 25 million equals a fee that Sporting would deem acceptable. Now, there's been various other reports coming through from Sport Witness, who are compiling reports from Portugal. Now, Sport Witness are amazing. They do my job for me. They make it so easy for me. So I have to give them a big shout out. I say that because their latest article came through just before the British press and everyone else was jumping on it. They first came through with the article saying Bruno Fernandes deal to be done in the next few hours. Man United paying 55 million euro plus 25 million euros. Now, the reports were coming from Portugal. First, Correio da Manhã TV, I hope I've said that right, reported that the player was moving to Old Trafford in a deal of 55 plus 25 million euro in bonuses. They can be, though, very sensationalist, says Sporting Witness. So they waited. Sport Witness waited, which you should do. Then it was time for Record to publish a short story on their website, which is still being updated, saying the move is practically done. Record say the initial payment will be 55 million plus 10 million in realistic bonuses and 15 million euros in harder bonuses. Harder bonuses? I could have got that very wrong there, couldn't I? But thank God I didn't, and we keep it stepping. TVI24 on one of their shows then said the transfer should be concluded in the next few hours. So, Portuguese press, Portuguese TV, Portuguese radio, they're going balls deep on this one, and they're going confident that Bruno Fernandes deal will be done. The likes of Fabrizio Romano, the likes of Simon Stone, the likes of Jamie Jackson are reporting that Manchester United have had that bid sent in, 55 million plus 25 million in bonuses. You're looking at around 70 to 80 million pounds if you meet all of those bonuses. But if you believe what has been written, then it's 55 plus 10 million in realistic bonuses. So we're looking at about 50 to 60 million pounds on this player. And I've got to say, if it's true, in this day and age, for someone with the numbers that he has got, it is probably value for money. In this day and age, when you think of the kind of money we'd have to pay for Jack Grealish, James Maddison, who are fantastic players, who I still want at Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes coming in. If we were buying him from a Spanish team or, an English team, he'd be costing 100 million. Now, thankfully, he's not coming from there, because we've still found this a difficult deal to get done, and it is still not done yet. Like the title says, these are just reports. Now, on Full Time Devils, we will be updating you as and when these reports are confirmed or not. By the way, keep your comments coming in. Keep your super chats coming in. I'll be reading out all of your super chats, and I'll be trying to read out as many comments as I possibly can as well. Like I can see Floating Man in the comments with his comment, which is very suspicious of the Manchester United board, saying how convenient. Mark Rowley says about fucking time. Just before the transfer window closes, says floating man. Shane Tomlinson says, I personally think it's too late. Now hopefully it's not too late and Man United can get this deal done very, very quickly, because we need to get this deal done very, very quickly. So with a few days left, there's no fannying around, there's no messing around. We need to get it done, and it seems like United have blinked first and met the demands of the Sporting Lisbon board, but it's still not been announced yet, so we have to wait for it to come through and wait for it to be confirmed. Busby Legend is saying, what is the source for this news? Like I've just said, the source for this news is Fabrizio Romano from Dimarzio. You've also got Sky Sports. You've also got a whole host of Portuguese reports and Portuguese press that are jumping on it. Portuguese press have gone absolutely mad, saying it's done. 55 million plus 25 million, and then everyone else is following through with similar reports. So you're seeing that there's a pretty common theme in all of the reports. The likes of the British people, the British journalists, are saying the fee with the agent and the player hasn't been accepted yet. We're waiting to get the deal done with Sporting. But the likes of Fabrizio say that it is done. What's Neil Ashton saying? Says Giorgio B. Love it. How reliable is this? Says Mo. I'd say Fabrizio Romano is quite reliable. He hasn't said here we go yet, so it's not a done deal, but he's quite reliable. Now the Portuguese press that are reporting on it go from reliable to not reliable, from like the likes of the Sun to the Guardian. It goes from a whole range of different kinds of reliability with the reports, but it's all of them that are reporting it, and that is the thing which is you've got to consider. Everyone is reporting this at the moment, so surely there's something in it. Here on Full Time Devils, what I like to do before I go live is just wait a little bit. Just wait a second. Just calm down a little bit and wait. We saw this morning a lot of people jumped on and started doing live streams and posts about a player that I can't even remember his name because the MEN thought he arrived at Carrington when it was a lookalike. And what you've got to do is kind of calm down. We saw the reports coming from Portugal, then we saw the reports coming from England, then we saw the reports coming from Fabrizio Romano, and thought, hey, we have to go live and let the people know about these reports because there could be something in this. We don't like to jump on every single little thing, but there could be something in this one. We've got a super chat from the Ace, so thank you very much for that. He says, how important do you think this signing is? Well, in the short term and the long term, it could be a massively important signing. Because of the simple fact, we need central midfielders. We need central midfielders. That's a fact. We need players that can contribute in attacking and scoring goals, assisting goals. He can do that. He also does a little bit of the dirty work as well, which I like. So he can play in the 8 position. He can play in the 10 position. He's happy to play in that little bit of a proper midfield position or a attacking midfielder position. We've seen him play up front for Sporting as well. So he's very, very flexible. Now, in the position I can see him playing for us, it's going to be part of a 2 in a 4-2-3-1, part of a 3 in a 4-3-3, or part of in a 4-2-3-1. You could also put him in the number 10 position as well. So there's a number of areas in which he could play in, and that's why it's massively important. Also, I feel like if he does come in January now, it means there's a little bit less pressure on us in the summer in terms of having to deliver an extra signing on top. We already know how poor our board is. It's been 4 transfer windows, and as we speak right now, there hasn't been any more signings yet this month. So you're looking at 4 windows, 6 signings. If this happens, it will be 7. That's still not enough. But the fact that we could hopefully get a player that we very, very much need, we've probably been forced into it through the fact that, we've had injuries, which says a lot about our board and our club. We've probably been forced into this because it's the signing we needed regardless. But, it's really needed. We've got another super chat from Tertius Clote, who hasn't given a comment but has given us a super chat, so thank you very much. For you guys that are catching up and for you guys that have joined in late, these are the reports coming through at the moment. They started in Portugal, then they got to England, and then Fabrizio Romano came through with it, just shoring it up a little bit. So we had the initial report saying United were close to agreeing a deal of 55 million euros plus 25 million euros in add-ons. 10 million euros of them add-ons were realistic and 15 million of them were more unrealistic. So you're looking at around 65 million euro to 75 million euro deal on this one. Now, if this could happen, it would see United sign the player. Now, we've only made the offer at this moment in time. Nothing has been agreed yet. Nothing has been accepted. The reason the press are getting sure about this one or getting a little bit adamant about this one is because of the fact that Sporting Lisbon wanted that price. So the fact United are offering what they wanted means they're likely to take it. That's where I think the confidence is coming from this. And that for me is really frustrating, because we saw last summer, we dilly-dallied about Maguire, we dilly-dallied about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and we paid the asking price. We wouldn't pay this money for Bruno Fernandes last summer, and now we're paying it. We needed him then. Yes, we've got further injuries now, but we still would have needed him. Like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that we'd wait for that. Now, I'm buzzing if we make it happen. But just think about it. We've spent the money that we could have done it in the summer, for fuck's sake. Adam McKola with a Snapchat with a super chat says, just reading, it's up to him to choose between us or Barcelona. Let's hope he doesn't like La Liga. Now, obviously, that comes from the fact that earlier on in the day, we heard that Barcelona were in for him and potentially could have loaned him out to Valencia in La Liga. Now, that's gone a little bit quiet on this one, but nevertheless, it's still floating around. That's why a few of them are thinking about that. What are we going to do about strikers? The talk of Islam Slimani has now gone quiet, thankfully. But there's no rumours about whether we're going to sign a striker or not. I think we should just be happy with the idiots that are running this club, that we might just get one in. Ruman says, Ali out, McKola in data games. The defo slip of the tongue. I won't believe this until I actually see him holding that shirt, says Butty91. Mate, that's the best way to be. We all have to be that way. We can't get carried away. We can't get too excited until the deal is done. Until it's done, we can't get carried away. So, simple as that. We just have to wait to see if it happens. You're tripping, bro. We're going to get no one, says Glenn. I'm not tripping. Trust me, I haven't expected any signings from Manchester United this window. I'm still very sceptical. The only reason we're reporting this to you is because of the reliability of the reports that are coming through. When you see the likes of Fabrizio Romano, Simon Stone, etc., etc., you kind of have to sit up and take notice. Now, it might not happen, but you know, we're looking like we could be close to getting a deal done. Hopefully, that is the case. Barca agreed the deal as well, says GC. I've not heard anything concrete on that or from these reliable sources at all. But again, what do I know? The Guardian Sport have now gone with Bruno Fernandes is set to join Manchester United for £46.5 million plus add-ons. £46.5 million plus add-ons. That is what English press are reporting at the moment. £46.5 million plus add-ons. The deal is close, according to the Guardian now, who have just literally tweeted this story in the last couple of moments. They're saying significant breakthrough in talks between the two clubs. Sporting could receive as much as £21.2 million in add-ons, so that would bring it to around £60-70 million if United got the deal done. United are close to agreeing a deal for Sporting Lisbon's Bruno Fernandes that will cost a basic £46.5 million plus a possible €25 million in add-ons. Although personal terms are yet to be agreed. See, that's where Jamie Jackson and The Guardian differ from Fabrizio Romano and Damasio and those guys. Although personal terms are yet to be agreed, there is an expectation this will be a formality. United's stance in refusing to meet Sporting's €85 million valuation is deemed to be successful. I think that's a little bit of fluffy stuff from the PR department. Bruno has a 10 or an 8 if Pogba is back. I'd rather Pogba deeper. Pogba deeper than Bruno, so I'd say Bruno as the 10. But either or, it'd be just great to have that luxury of midfielders. NT Luck with another super chat says, what do you think of Director of Football Henrique link? I honestly don't know much about that. I haven't read much up on it today. I have seen that the link's there. Nothing very concrete of it. A lot of it's coming from France, that we're in for the ex-PSG sporting director. He hasn't got a very good reputation, has he? Now, I can't comment on whether he's the real deal or not, as I don't know. But he hasn't got a great reputation, so you'd hope not. I hope so. I am not the man in the know, Glenn. Do not stitch me up like that. I do never profess to be the man in the know. I don't lie like them other guys and pretend I know stuff that I don't know when I'm sat at home without a clue, without any links, without any sources. I don't pretend to be that. I'm not that. I've got the same sources as you. I'm a fan just like you, and I'm going to share my opinion just like you, except I do it in front of this camera. And sometimes you can join us, whether it's fan cams and all that stuff. You can join us. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're liking this video as well. We got so many people tuning in, but can you hit that like button for us? Come on, let's hit 500 likes and we'll keep this stream rolling and rolling and rolling. Manchester United close to a deal for Bruno Fernandes, according to reports coming out from England and of course Italy and of course Portugal as well, where it all kicked off. Is Bruno Fernandes about to get the deal done? Is Bruno Fernandes one step closer to being a Manchester United player? Fingers crossed he is. I hope he is anyway, because we really do need some sort of connect between the very little midfield that we have and that attacking front 3 or 4. And when you look at some of those players, Greenwood, Martial, Rashford and co, they need a supply line, and he's the kind of guy that can do that, but not only do it but also contribute with goals. Terry F's, sorry, I missed Terry's comment. The Saint, thank you for your comment. Adam, if Bruno goes, Martial will eat Gucci. 30 goal a season income, he says. Busby legend. Barca have agreed also breaking on Sky, says someone. I've not read that. Jordan Jones, thanks for the nice comment, mate. Keep all those comments coming in. We're going to keep discussing Bruno Fernandes coming to Manchester United potentially. Remember, it's still a potential at this moment in time. We are just getting reports that £46.5 million deal is close to being agreed, with add-ons on that as well. Rob Dawson of the ESPN has also pretty much tweeted the same. So you're seeing these are briefings that have come to every single person. They've gone out in the Portuguese press, come out in the British press. We got Italian press on it. They're all over the gaff at the moment. They're saying the same thing. Sporting Lisbon, £46.5 million fee. Another £8.5 million in add-ons which relate to Champions League qualification and appearances. Also another £12.7 million in add-ons which relate to Fernandes' individual achievements. So I suppose that's like Ballon d'Or and things like that. That probably won't happen, but if they do, Sporting get a little bit of money. And there's one player that we signed from Sporting that did win a Ballon d'Or, so you never know. We need Bruno even when Pogba and Scott McTominay are fit. If we don't get him, there's something wrong, and it's not Ollie. People need to realise that. Hashtag Woodwood out, says Joshua Mercer. Thank you very much for your super chat there. We've got another one which says, do you think, Adam, the Barca rumours was PR spin before agreeing the deal and bringing it out through journalists to calm the fans down? That's a good point. It could be we've put that out there in order to make people think, rah, we managed to pit Barcelona to a signing. Or it could be that Sporting put that out there to make United think Barca were about to gazump us to the signing and make United stump up with the extra money, which looks like it may have worked if that was the case. So it could be a various of different reasons for why that has happened. But what we are hearing is the deal is much closer. Do we need a striker? Who is your choice? As Abdul Rahman. I would love a striker at Manchester United. Who's available right now? I'm not really sure of. Who would I bring in? You know what? With this though, we don't really need an out-and-out striker. We could even get a winger, because then that allows us to free up Greenwood and free up Rashford for the central role if we needed them there. So even like someone like a Jadon Sancho coming in can free up that, Greenwood for the top position. So I don't think it's just... You don't need an out-and-out striker. It'd be good to get a plan B. Like Erling Haaland would have been amazing. We obviously didn't make that happen. So we definitely need a plan B type striker. But in terms of backup, just get... If you get a Bruno Fernandes, Jack Grealish, another solid midfielder, get someone that can play along that front line. Be alright, man. This will take a bit of pressure off Woodward, that's for sure, says Peeman35. I had a fear that this could happen. Now, obviously, we're going to be doing more videos on the potential walkout. They're coming later on this week on Full Time Devils, so make sure you're keeping it locked for them. There could be a potential walkout at a game in the future for Manchester United, whether it's Wolves or whatever game it is. Now, hopefully, just us making a signing doesn't make people not do that. Do you know what I mean? Because one signing, we're not protesting because of a lack of transfers. That's not why we're protesting. We're protesting because our clubs run like a shit show. Pay 50 million for Zaha, adds goals and assists too, says Ashu. Can't see United looking to sign players back again, especially after what we saw with Paul Pogba and the fee and all that kind of stuff. Ilya and Benz are laughing at the thought of Zaha. Cavani, says Pedant. That could be a good choice. It does look like he's getting set to go to Atletico Madrid in the summer. Another super chat from Richie Rivera says, Adam McKola drinks Coca-Cola. Cheers. Positive thinking is what we need, and hopefully the director of football rumours are true. Fingers crossed, but probably not the one that we've been linked with. Am I walking out, says Mola. If fans agree on a form of action, now I don't want it to clash with the Munich memorial stuff. I don't think we should hijack that. But if, like we've heard now, there's going to be a round of applause and a magnificent reception and all that stuff for the Munich victims at the 58th minute, and then United fans walk out on the 68th minute, I would be a part of that walkout, yes. So if it was at the 58th minute, I wouldn't, because I think it's a bit disrespectful to hijack, you know, the Munich kind of thing with protests. But if it was later on, then yes, I would be a part of it. If it was any other game, I'd definitely be a part of it. But like I said, we'd have more videos on that coming up, so make sure you're keeping it locked for that. Guys, we never hit that 500 likes. Can you hit that 500 likes right now so that we can keep this stream rolling until at least 7:30? Come on, I'm going football in a bit, so I gotta go get ready and that, but let's see if we can keep this stream rolling. Get hitting that like button right about now. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, commenting and sharing as well. Subscribe to Full Time Devils if you've already liked and you've not subscribed. 1,600 people tuning in. Thank you very much. We appreciate every last single one of you here on Full Time Devils. What do I think of Sanchez coming back? Says Enshak. I didn't get the meltdown around those comments. Look, I know it's mental to hear Ali saying, yeah, we want to bring him back to Manchester United and he'll prove us wrong, because we've all given up hope on him proving us wrong. We've all given up hope on that. But I think he's in a hard position, because it's clear that Inter Milan probably don't want to keep him. They don't want to keep him at their club. So we're going to be bringing him back in the summer regardless, because it's a loan move. So he's going to be coming back to Manchester United in the summer. So if that's the case and he's coming back from a loan move, then we really need to be considerate of the fact that we want to try and make people be interested in signing him. If we're saying he's crap and we don't want to keep him and all that, it makes our bargaining position a little bit more difficult. Another super chat. Any hope Ali will be right about Sanchez? I don't think he will be. Love United, hate Glazers, says Vinayak. Like the video if you hate the Glazers, says Calvin. That's a great one. Ilya, thank you very much for your nice comment. We have hit over 500 as well. Yes, Jesse, thank you for joining us in the comments on this live stream, where if you are joining us late, there are reports coming through from Portugal, Fabrizio Romano, Di Marzio and all the British press that Manchester United have made an offer of £46.5 million plus add-ons for Sporting Lisbon's Bruno Fernandes, which is believed to hopefully get this deal done in the next couple of hours. Now, as soon as we have some confirmation on this deal, we will of course bring you that news here on Full Time Devils, so make sure you're keeping it locked for that if we do get confirmation. Remember, these are just reports at this moment in time. This isn't the information of me or Full Time Devils. These are reports that are just out there. If you want to read up more on them, check out Fabrizio Romano, check out Sport Witness, check out Full Time Devils. I'll tweet the link on there, and of course, you know, check out social media and that for the latest, The Guardian and Jamie Jackson and all that. because there's plenty going on. We got people watching in Sweden. Flavio's watching in Sweden. We got people watching all over the gaff. So make sure you're tuning into Full Time Devils. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you for all your comments today. Thank you for all your super chats. Thank you for keeping it locked. Sanchez is just a product that is crap, and to sell him, there needs to be something in the Premier League for them to establish him and sell him for 20 million in Serie A, says Ash. It's always a last minute rush, says David. It is. We're run by clowns. And if you're run by clowns, it's going to be a circus. And that, my friends, is Manchester United. Someone's angry that we're signing Bruno. Why are you angry that we're improving our team? Please don't get angry. That's the last thing you should be. Be angry at Woodward, be angry at the board, but do not get angry at that. We got Portugal watching, Minneapolis in the house. Any thoughts on Antero Henrique as director of football, says Junko. I did answer something on that earlier, mate, but I will answer it again. As for the reports that have come out of France, I don't know whether they're reliable or not enough. It's good to hear United are looking out for a sport director. Whether he's the man that we want or not, I'm not too sure. Hasn't got the greatest of reputations. Harvesham and Vinayak are watching from India, as is a few others. We got loads of people tuning in today. France. Joshua with another super chat says, you're right, Adam. Oh man, these comments are killing me. You're right, Adam. I don't think we need a striker, but creative players around Rashford and Martial and Greenwood, that would make them better. And Bruno Fernandes is just that, isn't he? Northern Ireland's in the house. Let's go, champ, says Dylan. Watching from Bahrain, Syria in the house as well. Michigan, loads of places. Wales, a little bit local. From Manchester to Mumbai, we've got it covered on Full Time Devils. So make sure you're keeping it locked. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing. Bruno Fernandes could be a step closer to being a Man United player. If it's confirmed, if it's official, you'll find out here first on Full Time Devils. So hit that bell, hit that notification button. And for now, I've been Adam McKola. I'm out of here.